Did you know that on average, Google has acquired more than one company a week for the last 7 years? I've been interested in working for Google ever since I joined university, and I've spent time ever since learning more about them and the work that they do. Google is the largest search engine and technology company in the world, and their projects power our daily lives and our daily experiences. The extraordinary work that Google does is led me to learn more about the company and inspired me to begin my career there. Google is a complex and highly diverse company that reaches far beyond just technology. It's worth about $580 billion through its parent company Alphabet, and was founded in 1998 by Sergey Brin and Larry Page, who were PhD students at the time at Stanford who wanted to come up with a better way to do searches. Originally, search engines looked for the number of words that matched in a page, whereas they came up with the idea to see how many links back to that page were across the internet. They aptly called this service Backrub, but soon changed the name to Google. In the ensuing years, Google quickly grew and began to get into areas such as email, shopping, maps, and messaging, the type of Google that we know today. They've begun to make some forays into hardware, such as with the Nexus and Pixel phones, one of which I have that I very much enjoy. And while they derive most of their revenue from ad services, they've begun to branch out, getting, like I said, into hardware, and also starting their own venture capital firm through Google Ventures. And while they're an incredibly successful company on paper, I think it is their company culture and visions that have inspired me to work there. Passionate to work for Google because they have a proven track record for taking care of their employees, which stands out from the competition and something I find very important, while they also have a very driven, competitive mindset as well. They're constantly allowing their employees to experiment with new ideas, and that institutionalized curiosity has allowed them to grow quickly, even 18 years on. I enjoy a culture that's competitive yet innovative, and I believe that Google's the best of all of the tech companies because they have such a wide range of projects. While Facebook may only be social networking or Amazon may only be shopping, Google's involved in both of those, along with many other projects such as driverless cars or Google Fiber. And one of the other things I find inspiring about Google is something that's important to me. My parents came from Western Europe, where there's a lot more care taken for the employees. And at Google, they do everything they can to make sure the employee is well served, whether it's free meals, all benefits, paid free time, team sports. It really makes it a good place to work. And I find that I do my best work when I can focus entirely on it and not have to worry about any other daily distractions. I'm also passionate to work there because I would be surrounded by the best and the brightest in the world, people that have graduated from the best universities, who have some of the sharpest minds working together to make the world a better place. And the passion I have for working at Google is great, but if I cannot turn it into a career, it would all be for naught. They have an incredibly competitive application process, and I would need to work extremely hard in order to get my foot into the door. They receive in total about 1 million applications a year, and they only accept about 0.5% of them, which is significantly more competitive than even the most competitive universities in the country. I plan on working either branding or business strategies, which is slightly less competitive than programming, but nonetheless I'd be competing against some of the top MBAs and undergraduates in the world. They have a bold program that focuses directly on that, and I would like to work in either the Sydney or San Francisco office. We're at the heart of it all. And I may have a slight advantage because a family friend of mine has connected me with the senior vice president of branding at Google. He's actually a UC grad, previously worked at P&G, which is where he knew him from, and I'm hoping that I can leverage that in order to help get me a position there. And I believe that my understanding of the company and personal interest and relationship with the executive can help me through the application process. I have a deep passion and understanding for the working and culture of Google, and I can combine that with my successes in school and natural curiosity, which would hopefully make me a great candidate there. I plan to pursue this goal with following the words of founder Larry Page, who said, "Always work hard on something that makes you uncomfortably exciting."